And I am so thankful. I am so thankful. Listen, I wanna just thank everybody for tuning in to a Laverne Music Box production of the Lady Patice live stream show. And today it's a special show dedicated to the remembrance. Can you believe it? It's been 20 years ago. Yes. Today, 9/11. 9/11. Yes.
Yes. I mean, time has went by so fast. So yeah, we're going to be talking about that on today's brief hot topics. And because I know that day definitely has devastated so many people, so many families, so many folks near and far was touched by that particular day. I mean, that year to me was just, it just caught me off guard twice. And we're going to talk about that later on in the show. But first, I would love to make an announcement, but I'm going to allow Katie to start off with the announcement.
All right. Okay, today's show, let's talk about our great sponsors. And today's show is brought to you by none other than those great people. You know those great people. I gotta pull them up. I'm looking for them now. Where are they? There they are. The great people at Pork Chops. That's at 4551 North Pulaski Road. You know the great people at Pork Chops, they are here to serve you. Hey, they've got some great food, great libations, an awesome atmosphere, and great live entertainment. And as a matter of fact, doors open at 6 o'clock p.m. tonight, and you can catch Lady Patice there tonight. Hey, they're going to be rocking the house at 8 o'clock tonight. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
8 o'clock tonight. You can go there with a $10 cover and enjoy the band. Also, the other sponsor is none other than sales ambassador Tina Bubbs and the great people at Rain's Premium Sanitary Napkins. That is that napkin that gives you the extra protection and that is infused with graphene strip. That will provide various health benefits. That sales ambassador Tina Bubbs. And hey, what if you need to hire a band for your next event? So you would hire none other than, hey, why not hire a band from Laverne's Music Box production? And that would be none other than Lady Patice. Hey, check this commercial out. So if you need a band, hold on just 1 minute. Let me get Miss Tina out of here. Ooh.
We got our audience here. Wow, we got our audience here tonight.
Say what now? Let me get Miss.
I said we have our audience here tonight.
All right, all right. Okay, hold on. Okay, gotta get Miss Tina out of there. Okay, so if you need a band, for your next event, contact Laverne's Music Box at Laverne's Music Box at yahoo.com or dial, what is that, 773-968-1242 or dial 773-696-6232 and get your band for your next event.
All right. Thank you so much, Katie Lowe.
All right.
Also check Katie Lowe out. She's a busy lady. I mean, she's just a mastermind when it comes to shows, when it comes to so many things that is connected to what we do here. I mean, she is just blessed in every possible way.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. And we want you to check out every Tuesday, right? Is that every Tuesday?
Every Tuesday at 5. And catch me every first Monday. Well, it'll be now it's going to be the third Monday with Brian McLemore Smith in the basement with McLemore. And every second and fourth Saturday right here with Lady Patice live stream. And we got some new things coming, but we ain't going to talk about it. We got something new coming very, very soon.
All right. I have to say this right quick because I am outside today and my background looks different just because I have been a busy lady myself.
All right.
I just left from the Renaissance Festival on the south side of Chicago with Father Flagger, and I have to say Carlos. Carlos is the mastermind of the Renaissance Festival. He's the mastermind of the Renaissance Festival, and he does so much. Oh, that, wait a minute, hold up, gotta get somebody.
Wasn't that the Renaissance Festival where they were a couple of years ago? The Renaissance.
Shops right now.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Charlie, get Joe for me right quick. That's the owner right there, Joe. See him right there, that guy that just walked past you, that's the owner. Can you get him for me right quick? Yeah, he's in the blue shirt. Joe. All right, you all.
Okay.
Yes, I'm right here right now at Pork Chop. So you can see I have been doing some traveling since this morning. I have been on the go. And we'll be performing here tonight at 8 p.m. So you don't have anything to do or you're looking for something to do, come on and check us out tonight. We have some stuff that's going to be happening. It's going to be off the chain. We got some powerhouses here. We seriously got Chuckalug. We got a few other people that's going to be performing tonight. So, hey, it's going to be on. It's powerhouses tonight.
4551 North Pulaski Road. That's Pork Chops.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. This is one of the people that will be here. Oh, hold on. Gotta find how to open this door.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, is he was standing right here? Okay, but Charlie, come on by.
That's Pork Chops at 4551. That's
Miss Charlie, she's gonna be here tonight. Hello, everyone. Come on, let your hair down, relax, and enjoy the music. She is awesome.
all right. That's Pork Chops 4551.
Thank you, Charlie. You're welcome.
That's Pork Chops tonight 4551.
You heard it for yourself. We really got something going on tonight.
4551 North Pulaski Road. The band. What time you start playing? 8 o'clock. The doors open at 6.
8 o'clock.
And there's a $10 cover charge. So go out and enjoy yourself. Great food, great atmosphere, and great libations, and awesome entertainment.
Yes.
That's Pork Chops.
Yes. And hopefully we can catch the owner. He's a busy man too, like us, Katie.
Okay.
So I get a chance to grab him so he can say something to everyone that's watching this show tonight. And again, thank you all for supporting us, supporting what we're doing here, supporting Katie, supporting myself, Lady Patice, and supporting Brian. And up and coming is Shirley Key. She'll be coming up real soon. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this year. So thank you so much. And more to come now. This is just the beginning. More to come.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much for what you're doing here. Just tuning in. You could have tuned in another channel. You could have tuned in another Facebook program or video, but you tuned in and took the time. And I don't take it lightly. Neither do Katie Lowe or myself, Laverne Music Box, DJ Mac. We appreciate it. All of us appreciate it. Every one of us. So thank you. All right. I want to go on now to the next part of the show. And our next part of the show, oh my God, you know September, Earth, Wind, and Fire can say it better than I can. As he said, do you remember the 21st or was it the 25th of September? But anyway, September is another busy month when it comes to birthdays, and I try to keep up with it all. But let's start it. Okay, we're gonna start with the music before I get into it. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
All right. So I think we still got a couple more days of barbecuing. If anybody gonna still barbecue, let me know so I can come up your house and get a plate.
I know that's right.
I'm telling you. Nothing like some good barbecue. You know what? But I think some people barbecue all year round.
Well, they do.
Do you know anyone who does that?
Yes. My nephew and my niece, they barbecue all year round. They barbecue. It doesn't matter. And then he has what they call, I call it the Rolls Royce of barbecue grills. He has, I guess it's called a Traeger, and it uses pellets. So they barbecue, they smoke turkeys. All year round. It doesn't matter. They grill. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Wow.
So, and they do everything, you know. Some people, they do pizza on the grill. They do everything. Yes.
Yeah. Now, I tried a couple things on a barbecue grill. If this pizza was one of them, and it was delicious. I did enjoy that. I also tried grilling a ham. And it was one of the best. I think that ham tastes better to me on the grill than it did inside the oven. Mm-hmm. And it was moist. So I don't like my stuff dry. I like to have that moist. You know, the right type of moist in the meat. Yeah. Not watered down, nothing like that. Not dry, but just right. And that was so good. And
I guess it has to do with the way you cook it, huh? I guess it has a lot to do with the way you cook it, you know.
Yes, it does. Mm. And then I do smoke my turkey every year. My brother was the one who had started me with that. He smoked his turkey as well, and my kids, and especially the children, they love it. They love it. I had a little nephew. He's not little anymore. And we did it one Thanksgiving, and he literally took off. We thought he was going to get into something because he was, 3 years old. He at that age. He climbed up on the table and grabbed the fork and called himself trying to cut the turkey with the fork. He loved it just that much. So over 3 years old love smoked turkey, you know that, there's something good.
Yeah, if it's done right, it can be very delicious. Absolutely. I say if it's done right, it can be very delicious.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Okay, let me see how we're doing here. I think we got the party ready. We definitely celebrate today. And we got some birthdays. Let's get it started. All right, here we go. I have my tambourine, y'all.
All right.
Well, y'all know what time it is. It's time to give out some happy birthday shout out. And we on a short time on the show, so just in case we have not mentioned your name, does not exclude you out of the birthday celebration, but it includes you in. So if your birthday is the month of September, happy birthday. God bless you. Be safe while you're having fun. Have a good time, and as I always say, be safe while you at it. Hey, Katie, I'm gonna start with. Do you have anybody that you want to say happy birthday to this month?
Well, I do want to say that today, and that these are, today being September the 11th, these are actually people that were born on September 11. And whether you know it or not, Taraji P. Henson, today is actually her birthday. September 11. Miss Empire herself. Today is actually her birthday. September 11. Also, Dr. Martin Luther King's oldest sister. Her name is Christine King Ferris. Today is actually her birthday. She's a college professor, an author, and the oldest sister of civil rights activist Martin Luther King Jr. And today is actually her birthday. And then I wanted to mention just one other thing. Oh, also, Lola Falana. Today is actually her birthday. And in remembrance of 9/11, I do want to say, well, I can save this one because it's not a birthday, but it has to do with 9/11, and it has to do with a female. But I did want to, express that those 3 women were actually born on February 11th. So the other lady, once we get to talking about 9/11, I can talk about this sister because she
Who's that again?
A lady named Janelle Guzman McMillan. She's a part of 9/11, and she is the last person that was pulled out alive from the World Trade Center. And she just happened to be an African American, and I just thought it was something to be noticed. One thing, because she's a woman, and we are women. And one thing, because she's a person of color, and we are women of color. So I just wanted to kind of stress that, because
Yeah.
during the time of 9/11, there were so many people, and to know that the last person pulled out was an African American and that she was female, it's kind of historical.
And yes, they are gone, but not forgotten. We're definitely,
Absolutely.
just have to keep it going. We got to keep it going. We
Absolutely.
are the only ones that, people, all of us have to keep this going, because it touched everyone, But I want to say right quick about the happy birthday to Uncle Jimmy, Leela, Rose, Keisha, Nakayo. He has been on our show a couple of times. His birthday is this month. Also, happy birthday to Chuck Luck. His birthday is this month.
All right.
And to DJ Mac, who is the owner of Laverne Music Box Production. We cannot forget his birthday.
His birthday is in September. Happy birthday, Mac.
Yes. And we want to say happy birthday to celebrities as well. We have now Chuck Luck is a celebrity as well. So Maurice White, I'm not Maurice White, I'm sorry. Easy E, he's a rapper. His birthday is this month. And also, it just brought to my attention to make sure to say happy birthday to Julius and to Jerome's mother. Her birthday is this month. So we have another show, so hopefully we get a chance to say some more birthdays. But in the meantime, we want to wish everyone a happy birthday. God bless you. You have a chance to see another day, and not only that, you have a chance to see another birthday.
Absolutely.
So God bless you. Be safe while you're having fun. And we want to move on along to, I want to say, much prayer. Because although it's been 20 years, and we're going to be bringing this back and forth about the 9/11. So y'all can leave your comments and prayers, whatever you can think of to reach out to those who has been affected by this. Because there was families who lost family, husbands who lost their wives who lost their husbands, fathers who lost their children who lost their parents, mothers who lost their children. The list goes on and on. Friends who lost friends. So you're going to hear us throughout this show talking about 9/11, because 9/11 was another day in time when the world stood still. Besides January the 6th of this year, 9/11 really had the world standing still, because I thought it was a movie at first. So I flipped from channel to channel, thinking that, maybe I'm just seeing things, but I realized after the second channel, I said, okay, I'm still going to look and see if it's on another channel. And before you know, I noticed that this was real. This was really happening. It was like my eyes are seeing something I never imagined a human being to witness on TV. And I just went into tears, and I was literally crying, because my heart, it's just like my whole heart just dropped way down. And Katie, I know you can just, touch and agree in your own words how that day just did something to you. How could somebody just take innocent people's lives like that and don't give it a second thought? It was just monstrous to me.
I think about where people were during 9/11. Where were, if you just go back and think about where you were during 9/11, were you at work? Were you at school? Where were you? And think about if you were employed at that time, think about the reaction of your boss. If you were at a job, did they try to conceal it? Did they not want you to know what was going on? Because some people were where there were TVs. Did they not want you? I mean, it's something to think about. Did they not want you to know what was going on at 9/11? You know, because some people were so devastated when they found out it was true that they just had to leave. You know, some of them had to leave. They just walked off their jobs. They couldn't believe it. And, you know, did your boss say, boom, you know, everybody needs to just go home? Could this thing spread from just being in New York to somewhere else? I mean, how did you feel? You know, when your first reaction, these are things to think about. Because this was 20 years ago. Could this happen again 20 years later?
Yeah. Yeah. And I was at home. I was literally off work that day.
Okay.
When that happened, I was off work when that happened. And I was like, you know, like I said, it just hit me deep down.
Mm-hmm.
And then I know that I do have family that travels as a part of their job, you know, part of their company. So they travel all over the world. They travel in different states here in America. And I thought about them because I know they'd be in New York during that time. And I thought about not just my family, but other family members. And when I saw the video, and I thought it was just the debris from the building, you know, the pieces or whatever, windows, doors or whatever, that was falling from the building, I noticed there was actually human beings that was falling from that building. It's just like, it was too horrific for me. I just couldn't believe what I was looking at. And even though that was 20 years later, but just see how things are when you see something like that, when you witness something like that, and you watch it on TV and it's still there. That memory have not left. So imagine those who was actually there in New York, where near the building, or was inside the building, and they are running for their lives.
On one of those.
It's like the days of Lot. If you remember that Bible story in Bible, the days of Lot, when they had to leave everything behind. If they forgot their purse, if they forgot their coat, if they forgot their jacket, if they forgot a notebook, they had to leave everything behind and run for their lives. It was like the days of Lot. And they was coming out of a city and running for their lives. They could not look back. And those who was trapped, it was just like, you know, you hoping that they find them in time. You hope that they survive. You know, you hope that they will find any survivors. You know, but I know many people have died. It was like, 2,977 people who had died. And, you know, in this horrific tragedy. It was just outspoken. It was, you know,
Think
I
about
don't think words can express that.
Think about those people that were on those airplanes, and they had no idea that these fools were gonna fly them into those buildings, because there were 3 aircrafts. There were 3 airplanes, I believe.
Yes.
Think about those people. They were on those planes, and those planes flew into those buildings. I mean, you're in the entertainment industry. You travel. I mean, you had flight 175, flight 93, and flight 77 filled with passengers. I mean, these people didn't know that they were going to fly into those towers. I mean, this is horrendous. This is horrendous. This is crazy. And you got a plane load of people. Now, you want to kill yourself, but you take all of these people with you.
Down with, yeah.
Was
another thing that got me, is that the people on the plane, like you said, had no idea.
Right.
And I'm thinking to myself, I mean, you think about it, if you're going on a vacation to Florida, or you heading to New York, you know, to the state of New York, and you're on a plane, and you think you're gonna land where the plane lands at usually, but it's making a turn. You're like, wait a minute, hold up now. And it's going towards a building. I mean, in my mind, not to sound over the top, but just for a minute, in my mind, I'm thinking if that was me on the plane, I don't know what to really think, because I see my life is flashing before me, you know?
Yeah.
I see my life is flashing before me. And that's my last day seeing anybody, or anybody seeing me.
Yeah.
So I can imagine what those folks are thinking, and just in the flash of a moment, that flash just like that. I said it only because I've been in a car accident. If anybody ever been in a car accident, or a real bad car accident, that you know you are not supposed to be alive today. I was in a bad car accident, and I remember how that felt for me in just that flash of a moment. And I thought I was gone, till somebody tapped me and say, "Are you okay?" And I'm looking up like I'm still alive. So, you know, I'm just thinking what it was like for them. They are thinking they're going on a trip, or whether it was a job, whether it was vacation, whether it was going to visit someone.
Absolutely.
Or they returning back home, and this is their last day. And sorry to say, but a person who's thinking like that, you're not thinking human. That is a monster mind. It's a monster mind thinking that I'm going to kill these people because I believe in what I believe. But it's okay to believe what you believe in, but you don't have to kill people just to state your belief.
That is true. Very true. Very true. Very true. Very true. Absolutely.
And that's, yeah, and so it was just hard, to see that happening. And then the firemen who had put themselves at risk because they breathing in all this debris, all that smoke, all that stuff that's coming out of the building. You know, that's going in their lungs. You know, the policemen and bystanders, anyone that was trying to help, what it was like for them, you know. And you notice in the video, they was covered with all that
soot. Yes, soot. Yes.
So you know it's getting in their lungs. And so there was a lot that was going on in that year right there. And we just got to stay prayed up. If you see something suspicious, and I'm gonna say this because we're talking about it, if you see something suspicious that's going on, don't keep quiet about it, because you can save lives. You can save your own if you know somebody.
Girl. Hello, are you still there? Okay.
Yes,
keep going.
I feel it's black.
Huh?
I see it's black right there.
Yeah, but it's still going on it's still going on YouTube. It's still going on YouTube, so you got to keep broadcasting.
Okay.
I don't know what.
You hear our voices. You still hear me and Katie.
Yeah.
We're still here on live on the show.
Yeah, it's still on YouTube. So you got to keep going. I don't know what happened with Facebook, but it's still on YouTube. So you got to keep going.
All right. Okay. So we're still talking about September the 11th. And I realized that not only, and I'm going to take a break for just a minute to say this, not only that tragedy had happened on September 11th, but to me another tragedy happened that same year, and that was that Aaliyah died in the airplane crash. It seemed like that year, it was a lot of airplane crashes, but I think these two was the major ones. You had Aaliyah, who died August 25th, 2001. That was 20 years ago. The same year that the September 11th tragedy had happened. So that year, it was quite a bit that was going on with the airplane crash. But these two was the major air crash, I would say, air crash that went on in that particular time. And so, you know, when I heard about Aaliyah, and anybody who's a Aaliyah fan, you know, you gotta have all of her CDs from day one. You know, age ain't nothing but a number, extra fast. You know, I knew all her stuff, and so I'm still very supportive of Aaliyah, and I have all of her music and everything. So when she had died, she just came out with her CD. Her CD was like a month old. It was a month old, so it wasn't out too long. And then the next thing you know, I'm hearing after she did the video, Rock the Boat, because that was the first video that she had done for that CD, was Rock the Boat. And she was finishing doing the video. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say anything out of turn here, they was returning back, you know, returning back home or whatever. And I think it was too much packages or something to the extent that was on.
I think the plane was like overloaded or something.
Overloaded.
Yeah, something they were saying, yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, it's only, and I thought about it ever since that had happened to Leah. If only someone had said, we have too much here. Maybe some of you all can go now, they come and get us back later. You know, it's like an if, woulda, coulda thing to me. And I thought if that if, woulda, coulda had presented itself a little stronger, Aaliyah still would have been alive, and so would the rest of the people that was on the plane with her would still be here.
Yes,
so it was just sad to see a young star like herself, so young, so vibrant, talented, gifted. I watch all her movies. Romeo Must Die. You better believe I watched all of her stuff. I got it. I still got it on CD. I still have the CD, and don't laugh at me. I still have the VCR tape.
Okay.
I'm not getting rid of it. I still have the VCR tape. So, Queen of the Dam, you know, that was another movie where she played. She was a Dracula. She's a vampire. I'm sorry. She was the queen of the vampires, you know. And I have to say this now. That outfit that Aaliyah had on, that was a bad outfit. Girl, that outfit was smoking. I love that outfit. I mean, you know, she played the bad guy on the bad, you know, she was on the bad side with it. But that outfit, I love that outfit she was wearing. She wore that outfit.
Well, that was a good that was a good movie. That was a Queen of the Dam. That was a good movie.
Yes,
it was.
I'm telling you, she played. We gotta give credit too. Aaliyah really played that part. To me, she had stepped out of the norm. She wasn't being, you know, the nice little girl. I'm not gonna say nice young lady. She's sorry about that, nice young lady, but she was being a different type of woman. You know, she's like, oh, I get you, you know. And she played it 100%. I have to say, if Grammys was gonna give her a Grammy, she did deserve it. She definitely deserved it. She really played that part. But Aaliyah was, you know, like I said, around my era, you know, she was really, you know, very talented woman, and it was so many people that love her, so many people that have respect for her. I mean, you know, the list goes on when it came to Aaliyah. So rest in peace, Aaliyah. You know, you did an awesome job while you was here on earth. I'm quite sure your family is proud of you. I'm quite sure they miss you still, you know. And just think about it, no matter how many years a person been gone, especially if it's somebody real close to you, you'll always miss them. You know, even if that pillow don't get as wet as it used to be at night or whenever, you're gonna still miss that person, because that was a relationship, or you had a connection with it. You had a certain connection with that person. So I can understand when somebody said 30, 40 years, I still miss my mom, or I still miss my sister, or I miss my friend, because you had built a connection with that person. So Aaliyah, even though I don't know her personally, but as a person who supported her music career, her movie career, we just have that type of connection to relate that, she's not here and she will be missed, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, definitely, rest in peace, Aaliyah. And much prayer to the family. And I want to say, I want to bring up prayer time because we're acknowledging 9/11 and also we're acknowledging Aaliyah. Last month we acknowledged Michael Jackson. It's Whitney Houston also. And we just gotta keep mindful to stay in prayer because people are still dealing with loss. People are still dealing with problems or trouble in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
And, prayer changes things. And, it works out for our good, even if it don't look good, feel good, sound good. And in some cases, if any, it doesn't even taste good, but it's working for your good.
Yeah.
And so I just want to say that we are praying for you. We are praying for the family who have lost their family or lost somebody they knew in the 9/11 event. And although this may hit history, but it hit history in the worst degree.
Oh, yes, it did.
I know it will go down in history, just like I want to name a few other things. Just like in 1944, W.C. Handy, the father of blues, published his most famous composition of the St. Louis Blues. And just like in 1926, there was the Davis Cup of the U.S. beat France in Philadelphia 4-1 for their 7th straight championship. And then 1927, Yankee slugger Babe Ruth hit 50 home runs during his MLB record in 60 HR season in New York. 6-2 loss to St. Louis Browns, Yankee Stadium. And then we have in 1956, Cincinnati, Red outfielder Frank Robinson ties record with his 38 HR. And then 1965, Beatles Help, the song they Help album goes #1 and stayed #1 for 9 weeks. The reason why I brought this in that although we are thinking about that tragic day, that horrific day, that mysterious day of our lives, try to think of something good of that day's film. Try to think of something good, especially those who have lost somebody. If you can hold on to any good memory of that person that you have lost, hold on to that memory. That's where your strength that's where your strength lies in.
It does.
When I lost my mother, you know what I'm saying, right? When I lost my mother, I kept thinking about the losing part of her. I kept thinking of the losing part, the losing fact that she's not going to be here to make sure I get up in the morning and go to school. She's not going to be here to do this and to do that and to do this and to do that. Those things it kept me sad. It kept me depressed. It kept me aching for her. But when I began to start thinking of something good about her,
mm-hmm.
I started to find my strength not feel depressed. I started to find my strength to smile a little bit more. I started to find my strength there. So the joy of the Lord is strength. And it said to think on these things, So I don't know the Bible real good. Maybe some pastors can say it better than me. But I know enough to know that at least give that a try. And see if it works for you. I know it worked for me. So I want